If you got roaches, they can be really, really bad.
A fabulous bird reborn from the ashes of its earlier life.
How dare you, insect? How dare you interrupt my ascendance?
If you got roaches, if you got roaches, they can be really, really bad. Roaches, really. If you got roaches, they can be really, really bad.
This was a really bad roach infestation that we did not get a chance to fully eliminate years ago. But we're going to get into that. They also had bed bugs, which we did eliminate. Now the first thing you need to know is this is definitely not a normal job I'm showing you. This house is a flip and will be gutted. And because of that, I am able to really go nuts on this first treatment. I would never be able to treat this heavily in an occupied home or even one that wasn't getting gutted. The construction crew wanted as much dead as possible so they could go in there and make another mess before they put it back together. This is not a typical treatment. But man, do pest control operators love to just go in killing with wanton abandon because we are always restricted for safety reasons. And that's a good thing. But we still have an animalistic nature to go scorched earth, and this is a very rare opportunity to do that and get a better and faster kill than normal. 4 or 5 years ago, we almost had the German roaches licked when the customer refused to cooperate and made things untreatable. There were also some safety concerns with us being there, so we ended up firing the customer. Yeah, it does happen sometimes, especially when a customer just refuses to make things safe or do anything we ask them to. We can kill 1 million roaches a day, but if that customer is doing or not doing something that supports the pests we are trying to get rid of for them, there's a point where we just have to have a come to Jesus meeting with them, and it's bad enough that we can't help them. Then I don't feel right taking their money if they are, I'll just say it, too stupid to cooperate. So we fire them and we walk away. I would rather help someone who wants to help themselves instead of kicking me in the shins at every turn. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them clean their house or not leave drugs out. This roach infestation was 10 plus years old. They had made the same mistakes most make by getting home defense and spraying the kitchen, using boric acid or diatomaceous earth, among many other stupid old wives' tales. All these things only managed to make it worse. And I'm sure there will be someone in the comments saying how they got rid of German roaches with one of these methods. You probably didn't. You just took it down far enough where you could tolerate it, or you got lucky. And if you got lucky, good on you. But you're less than 1% of people who do these methods. When people use the wrong product or use it incorrectly, all you do is build resistance. Sure, you kill a bunch, but those are the weak ones. The strong ones survived and bred stronger babies that laugh at your organic food grade DE. You can't just tickle them a little. You have to hit them with a hammer. It's like antibiotics. When the doctor tells you to take the whole bottle, no matter how you feel, but you get halfway through the bottle and you're feeling great, so in your infinite wisdom and medical doctorate you got on WebMD and YouTube, you quit taking them. Well, guess what happens? The bug comes back, pun intended, and stronger this time. It's the same with insects. At some point, you have to call in a pro to undo all the mistakes you made, and you wonder why it's more than $5 to get rid of them now. You would have been better off years ago to just call someone. They would already be gone, and you would have spent much less at the end of the day. Now, it's not like we have some magical unicorn juice in a vault in the back. There is no good stuff. The good stuff is the knowledge of how to use the normal stuff. But when you've created a super bug, it's going to take a bit to eliminate the German roaches, especially when you push them into new areas when you sprayed, and they are in every nook and cranny now. This isn't going to be an overnight fix. While we are fighting the good fight to help you out, you have some responsibilities here. You have skin in the game. The biggest one is sanitation. You got to clean up the place. And that doesn't mean doing the dishes and wiping the counter down. The roaches aren't living on your counter. They're living behind, under, and inside things. All the places where it's hard to clean or get to, or the places that only get cleaned in the spring. Honestly, most have never pulled out their fridge or stove or dishwasher and cleaned back there in the 40 years that they've lived there. That's where the roaches are. So that's where you need to clean. A 100 roaches can live off of one raisin for a year. And they don't even need that because they eat just about anything, including glue, each other, their own fecal matter, and their own vomit. They're just lovely creatures. To make matters worse, the more food they have available, the faster they multiply. So even if we come and kill 1 million of them, but you've left so much food they multiply faster than we can kill them, well, you're gonna have a bad day. German roaches are just plain nasty. They live in filth. They thrive in filth. Imagine them walking on the nasty stuff behind your fridge, then walking on your cheeseburger. They pick up pathogens and bacteria on their feet and then transfer them to your burger. Now, how do you think your stomach is going to like that? Most people who have had bad roaches also have the sniffles like a cold. The airborne particles from German roaches get in your sinuses and lungs and can be dangerous, especially for someone with respiratory issues or on oxygen. Then there's the smell. I can tell a bad German roach infestation by smell alone. And then there are the thousands of dead carcasses, cast skins, empty eggshells, and fecal matter they leave behind. Let's make this even worse by the fact that once a female has been inseminated, she's good for life. And that hussy can drop an egg sac, called an ootheca, every 3 to 4 weeks. Each one of those oothecas holds 30 to 50 baby roaches. So do the math. One pregger female can turn into 1 million German roaches in 6 months. That's why infestations can blow up so quickly. We can only put so much material in your home. So without your cooperation, we can get rid of them, but it'll take longer. I had a customer once who didn't have too bad of an infestation, but was just flat nasty. They ignored our suggestion to clean up, and it took almost a year to get rid of them. They did everything to make it worse. They ended up paying way more to fix the problem than was necessary. I have also had bad infestations where the customer took our suggestions to heart and we licked them in no time. We can get rid of them. How long it takes depends on you. You want to waste your money and live with roaches longer? That's your decision. We employ several different methods to eliminate your roaches. Some materials straight up kill them. Some help us monitor activity, and others prevent them from molting. Most insects shed their skin when they grow, and if we prevent them from being able to do that, it causes them all kinds of problems. You may see roaches with wings that look shriveled or poking out to one side. This is an indication of IGRs, insect growth regulators. This prevents them from molting. Sometimes we use liquid products or aerosol, but bait is the main weapon against these nasty creatures. We also use glue boards to catch them, but contrary to popular belief, glue boards will not fix the problem. We use them to identify how much we're dealing with and also to pinpoint where they're coming from. So if you have a clean glue board by the sink and one full behind the fridge, guess where they are? We can also tell which way they are traveling and adjust treatments accordingly to be the most effective. This is the sniper approach rather than the shotgun spray and pray approach. Glue boards help us refine our treatment and get rid of them faster. So don't move them and don't throw them away. If you do, you just cost yourself more money by prolonging the treatments. The good news here is that once they're gone, they're gone. You either have them or you don't. Except for some rare extreme situations, they aren't coming from the neighbors or from outside. You have to bring them back in, and there isn't a thing I can do to prevent you from walking one in the front door. Yes, you can get them from the grocery store or a million other places, but most of the time you brought something in infested, had someone over who had them, or you went somewhere that had them. Simple solution: don't do those things, or go to those places, or let those people come over. Period. Or you can then have to pay me to go through this whole mess again. Your choice. The old saying is true. You aren't nasty to get roaches, you're nasty to keep them. So listen to what the professional tells you to do and not to do. It will save you money and get the little buggers gone quicker. You wanna know what bugs me? Roaches. But I love to kill them.
Look at me.
Killing me, Smalls!
They're dead, alright? Can I go now?
I stand upon my desk to remind myself that we must constantly look at things in a different way.